My name is Gideon Adeyemi. I'm from Education Rights Campaign, ERC. I want to begin from where the last speaker ended about how things don't work, and all we try to do is to just patch and patch in the hope that it will work. The main point that I think we should note is that the privatization of education is an absurdity, and no matter how much we try to make it work, it cannot work. That is simple. So no matter how much we bring foreign companies or foreign entities to come and fund education and bring up all sorts of programs, no matter how fanciful they look, they can't work. That's simple. Because education, as far as we understand, is the bedrock of any prosperous and peaceful society. Today, we are talking about the Nordics, Finland and Co. They are some of the maybe most livable countries in terms of well-being, in terms of livability. They always score highest. And I know at least in Finland, education is free from primary to the highest level. So it's just simple that you want to get your country to work, you want to get the country to be prosperous, education must be funded, it must be free, it must be accessible to all. So no matter how much present government try to make us think that within the, even while they privatize, while they commercialize education, they can still get things to work. Let us understand and let us maintain what we know, that it will never bring us that prosperous and peaceful society that we desire. That's one. And of course, as it has been raised, it is undeniable that in Nigeria, that there is the neglect of the education sector. There is a total neglect of the education sector. The UNESCO recommends between 15 to 20% funding for education for a developing country like Nigeria. And the last project, I think 5.4% was allocated to the education sector in Nigeria. And we know the reason. The reason is that the more they fund education, the less there will be money to fund those who sit down in Abuja to fatten their body and send our money out of the country. And the most saddening part of it is that while they underfund our education sector, and then the public education system collapses, they send their own children outside of the country. And every day we see images of children of politicians graduating from some of the best universities in the world, or maybe not the best, the costliest universities in the world. It is saddening. And I'm saying we should note this point because after all of this research, I think the most important thing is how do we communicate to the average person on the street? For us as a radical organization, I'm not interested in sitting down with the governor. I'm interested in sitting down with the average woman on the street to make her understand that this is why education must be funded, this is why public education is collapsing, and no matter how much they try to patch it, it can't work, and this is what we must force the government to do. So the question is, how do we sit down with that woman who is selling at that room, maybe a cassava? Who's selling at that room on the streets, and make her understand what we can do together to force the government to fund education programs. So how do we communicate these things? That's the primary thing that I think this research should also be concerned about. How do we communicate beyond engaging with those in those big offices who I'm never interested in sitting with? I think another point. Okay, I wanted to also say that we should not forget to link the problem of the collapse of the public education system to the economic system that we have, which is concerned mainly about profit. It's an economic system that, in the environmental movement, we say it's an economic system that places profit over planet and over people. A capitalist economic system. So as long as we run an economic system that prioritizes profit over people, over planet, will continue to value in crisis. So we should also make the public education crisis to all of those. For instance,
You have just 30 seconds.
all right, all right. For instance, no matter how much uh, people are interested in education, so far profit is the primary motive, but we never prioritize rural areas. And whereas the bulk of our people live in rural areas, or many of our people live in rural areas, and it means the denial of educational opportunity to children and people there. So for us, I just found us to continue to link all of these issues. It's important for our research and for our advocacy to yield a meaningful result. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.